Hey, welcome aboard. How's everybody doing? What I'm gonna do is just in case, because sometimes this starts me off where I left off. We're gonna do game settings, adventure, Act 5, difficulty, continue. I'm gonna be hurrying a little bit. I'll talk a little bit. I'll talk as much as I can, but basically I'm doing laundry today and I'm washing the stuff. I try to do it every week. Sometimes it's every other week, but now that I'm getting around a little bit better, so I'm gonna try and the one cat likes it if it's a clean bed. She comes in and cuddles up with me more if it smells good, and she's still coming in as of right now, so I want to get it washed. And I don't shower every day because it's still hard to get around. The nurse practitioner said it could. I mean, I'm not trying to overplay this. I'm getting better. If I'm barefoot, it's a little more dicey. But even with these slip-on shoes, they're not lace shoes, so they're not as supportive. I can damn near like stand on them like normal. If I try to put all my weight on one foot, that even in regular shoes, I'm not even sure if I could do that in a boot, but I can't put all my weight on one foot, but I can evenly put my full weight down when I'm in my shoes. And I'm pretty close to that with these slip-on shoes. But the cat, now that I'm up, her stomach clock is telling her it's lunchtime, and so my stream might get preempted if she comes in and starts bugging me. But I let her know, and normally I don't get up, and usually when I get up and feed him breakfast, then I go back to bed, and unless I got to go to the bathroom or I'm taking a shower or something like that, I stay in bed until it's lunchtime. And then I get up and I feed the cats, and then with rare exceptions, I eat my lunch. And that's my normal routine here. And so I don't know. So far she's being pretty nice, but she came in. As soon as she wasn't even in the room. It's like in the morning time, and with rare exceptions, when I forget to do it, I set the TV up on a timer, and usually it depends. Anywhere between 7 and 11 o'clock, I'm usually asleep, and it varies from day to day. Usually the thing is, there are days where I get lightheaded, and if you guys follow the stream, you'll see that. But there's days where I'm getting kind of lightheaded at lunchtime, and usually, not always, but usually it's because I've been too active. And according to the nurse practitioner, that can be like increased blood flow now that my foot's healing. And but it's always been a normal thing, but it sounds like it could be contributing to it. And but I've gotten where I've come in here and I felt fine, because see, this is sometimes what happens. I'll go do something. I'll go to the grocery store, whatever, and I generally do those when I'm having a good day. Those are the days I try to go out and do stuff, because if I'm having a bad day, I don't want to be anywhere near the car. Even if somebody else was driving, I really wouldn't want to go and fucking walk around the store or whatever. And so I'm really hoping I have a bad day when I have to go meet with those doctors so they can see what's going on. I don't want to have a mild day. I don't want to have a below average day. I'm hoping I'm having a bad day. But there's been a few times where I felt fine. I came in here and I thought I was going to stream because I went outside and got something from the garage and brought it in. Like stuff that we didn't unload. I think there's a bag of cat litter out there right now. And the day we did groceries, The priority was getting the stuff that had to go into the freezer or the fridge. And then after that, the priority was getting all the food that we could eat. And we got everything in that day except for the... I love you. I love you, but it's still not lunchtime. She wants the stream to know how mean I am. She has to wait for her lunch. Yeah, she wants everybody to know how mean I am, making this poor cat wait until lunchtime. You know, she's a cat. She doesn't think lunchtime is that important. She thinks now is important. Yes, I'm telling everybody how sweet you are. She's actually pretty nice. She'd been really decent to me because she can get real demanding normally. I originally wanted to call her Sheba because I knew, and it was my mom's cat. She was the one taking her in, so she wanted to call her Patches because of her spots. Well, she hadn't had her that long, and she goes, I think maybe we should have called her Sheba because my mom figured it out too late. She does act like a little but she's been really nice. Yes, you have. She's been very, very nice to me because I really expected her to be more demanding when I broke my ankle. I really thought she'd be a lot less understanding, and that just was not the case. So I was pretty happy about that. And
I need to go back.
okay, that one's done. One down. But okay, she left. Yeah, she'd been very sweet about it, but she's been bugging me. And then like as soon as I got up, I was out here putting laundry in the washing machine, and she came over and started hanging around my walker, and just being as sweet can be. Can't do that one. Yeah. Okay, here she's back. I love you. Yes, I love you very much, but even people I love have to wait for you. Come on, sit. Yeah, even though I love you very much, you still gotta wait for lunchtime. Yeah, you still got... I might have to quit playing. I'll sit here and talk to you until it's time to... Oh, God, yeah. Oh, I love you so much. Yes, I love you so much. See, I told her I love her, so now I'm supposed to get up and feed her. Yeah, you gotta wait for lunch.
A vicious strike.
Yeah, you gotta wait for lunch, Patches. Oh, now the other ones. I can hear the other one. He's chirping in now, too. trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for lunch. I got some tamales, and so part of me is thinking tamales, and part of me is thinking these. I got them at Aldi's, and I'm going back to Aldi's. I'm either gonna go to Aldi's end of this week or the beginning of next week. I'm not entirely sure which, but I'm gonna go to Aldi's again this week, and I might wait and go the beginning of next week because I got to take a look at my produce. I think I still got tomatoes to eat. I still got some cucumbers to eat, but I can maybe have those gone by later this week. But I might go. I'm thinking I might, because I'm not sure I'm going to be out of anything, so I might wait and go beginning of next week sometime. But those veggie things, they're two of them, and they're really not bad, because I tried those either last week or the week before. The fake chicken ones, those are actually not bad. I'm not going to claim that they taste like chicken, but they're really not bad, but they at least look like chicken. And where the stuff, like when I was down in Indiana when my stomach was real bad, I was getting that stuff down there. And there were these things, and they were like a bean burger, and none of them really looked like what they were. Oh, well, here's a vegetarian burger, or here is a vegetarian chicken sandwich. Well, they didn't really look like what they were supposed to, but they weren't bad. Like I think it was Chipotle. They had I haven't seen them. They may have gotten pulled because of
not enough spirit.
Botulism or something. Because I think their stores had to shut down or something like that years ago. There was something about Chipotle's. I don't remember the whole details of it, but the thing is, like somebody was saying, it was probably the safest place to eat immediately after they got busted, because they probably went in and fucking cleaned up everything, because they all had to be inspected, and it might have just been one local store. I'm really not entirely sure, and but somebody said, they go, yeah, right after they got busted, it's probably the safest it's ever been. Where if you wait a couple years, they probably slidden back into that E. coli hellhole. And what do we got here? Yeah. Nope. Where are the fist weapons at? Oh my goodness. Oh God, I love you so much. Yeah, oh my goodness, I love you so much. Still gotta wait for supper time or lunchtime. Oh, a lot more damage. What are... Yeah, okay, the one I got does not have... What do I gotta do to equip it? Okay. And it does more damage. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, she's just sitting there. She left for a little bit. She's just sitting there staring at me. Destroy the death prisons. I can't remember if I was still playing this on the PS3 or if this is back when I had the PS4 and had it on there. I think it was before I got on here. And there was somebody I ran it, and I honestly don't know if he did it on purpose or not. But there was somebody I got talking to. I don't think they realized that. To be fair, though, they might have done it, but I'm not sure they realized that I was playing with the what do you call it? The characters on here where if you die they don't come back. And he can, you know, he's like, hey, I wanna play. Can I join? Blah blah blah. And I did. Oh god! As soon as he joined, all the monsters like fucking upscaled to him, and I fucking died in like 30 seconds. It was like somebody just flipped the switch and my character died. I'm like, well, that sucks. And I told him, I go, yeah, I died. And he goes, well, just come on back in. He goes, you'll get used to it. And I go, no. I go, I'm playing with those. He's like, I think he honestly didn't know, but I think he said, oh, I didn't know that. And cause see, I'm not, and I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining a bit, but I'm not one of those people that maxes out my characters. I don't think he was hacking. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to claim that he was hacking or anything like that. But generally, when I get one up and I've got it level 70, and like right now, I'm 144. I'm like 144.
I don't have enough spirit.
What do you call it? The Paragon levels. Well, I play mostly like when the season is over. I might actually start playing Grand Theft Auto until the new season starts instead of playing this. And like I think this is the highest Paragon level, but I basically got it because I'm in here playing in the season, and I'm gonna basically, I don't know how much I'm gonna get. I think I got most of the trophies or whatever I'm gonna be able to get in this until the next season. But this is honestly, since I've gotten sick, this is like the best I've ever done. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is a higher Paragon level than any of the hardcore. That's what it is. This is, I think, a higher level than any of the other hardcore characters I got.
Are revealed.
I love you. Come on now. Yeah, I love you very much, but you still gotta wait for supper time. Yeah, you gotta wait for supper or lunch time. Yeah, you gotta wait for lunch. Oh, I love you so much. You are so sweet to me, but I still, you know, I still can't give it to you early. No, you gotta wait for lunchtime.
I don't have enough spirit.
What I might do is just leave the game on, and after, because I'm not gonna leave the stream running, because I'm gonna eat my lunch, and I might have to actually cook those patties in the oven. It'll be faster if I just do the tamales, but I'm on the fence. But I might actually do those patties. Oh, one thing of interest. Now, this was the Hill doing it, and I gotta be honest with you. They were really supporting RFK Jr. So I don't know how much I don't know how much I'm willing to trust them as a news source, but they were really pushing RFK Jr. and I can't think of that lady's name, but she was the Green Party candidate when Hillary ran in 2016. The one that you saw sitting at Putin's table with Mike Flynn. And these people are just under this delusion that it's some fucking haven of liberal idealism they don't seem to understand that the two people that they were praising that day were actually, I mean, they're either Russian stooge or Republican and Russian stooges, or they're useful idiots. That's my opinion on it. Like somebody, because we knew about Flynn. Well, it did not come out until after the election that she was sitting at the table with Putin and Flynn over in Russia. Somebody had a different picture, and then, you know, somebody put it up on Facebook. This was like, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, right after the election. And they said, did Hillary even have a chance? And, you know, and then, and I'm really proud of them this time, but somebody was pointing out that No Labels group is being funded by some of these Republican donors. You know, it's like a grassroots thing being completely funded, kind of like the, God, I can't remember if it was the Freedom Caucus, but they were making the whole thing look like it was some Republican grassroots organization that had just sprung up out of a desperate need for fair actors. And somebody pointed out that it was basically being funded by the Koch brothers. And this is the same, I'm not going to say the Koch brothers are doing this, I don't know that. But there is some rich Republican donor that is basically funding this No Labels. And they don't care about the country, they don't care about democracy. They just want to get people in there that'll cut taxes and keep regulations low. And again, the Hill, I don't know, I honestly don't know if that's what they are for, or if they're just getting used. I don't know if they're willing participants or if they're just clueless of what's going on. But they put up this video on YouTube, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. There's people in the Democratic Party that are calling for the Democratic Party to just not let RFK Jr. on the ticket. Don't let him run. And I'm sitting there, and I responded, I go, Jesus Christ, I go, you guys are talking about RFK, and I go, he went nuts in the pandemic, and I go, I lost all respect for him during the pandemic. And, you know, the thing I gotta say about that is, a number of years ago, he was on MSNBC as a guest, and I want to say it was Chris Matthews' show, but I'm not sure. But he basically told him, he basically told him that he had so much mercury in his blood from eating seafood, and the doctors have told him that if he was a woman trying to have kids, that the baby would probably either not be born alive or would be so deformed you might not want to keep it. Well, there's a history of that in the Kennedy family, so, you know, it might not, you know, maybe it isn't, you know, maybe you're not right to blame it on the, because they had one of the kids, it would have been one of his aunts, I think. It was back in the time where they kept those people locked up. They didn't let them pose in the pictures. And, I'm wondering if that mercury levels, you know, and I gotta say this. There's a person in the family, constantly keeps going out and getting Lyme disease, and. You know, and the first, you know, I would say the first couple times he got it, it's like, okay, well, but he's getting it like it's almost every other year. Usually every 2 or 3 years, at least one of those years, he's getting Lyme disease. You know, and at a certain point, you know, there was what the fuck was it? I think it might have been the David Chappelle show. They did a thing where, you know, all the hood rat got out of prison, and everybody threw him a party, and he enjoyed it so much. You know, his get out of prison party. People had gifts for him and all this. It really seemed like he was constantly getting arrested so he could have that party. Well, after like 3, 4, 5 of those parties, you know, the family was like, oh, come on, man, we're not. And he's like, hey, you guys having a party? I just got out of jail. And they're like, nah, we're not having any more parties. You want to keep getting arrested, that's up to you. Well, you know, it's the same thing with him. You know, he keeps going out and doing the same shit over and over again. You know, put some deep woods off on. Maybe give up hunting, you know. But if you have made the decision that hunting is so fucking important to you, because I don't think he gets them when he goes fishing. But if you've made the decision that hunting is so important to you that you're willing to get sick and die from Lyme disease, hey, you knock yourself out. You really just knock yourself out, but you can't really expect anybody else to feel sorry for you. You know, because there was one, it was his wife, and she was just going on about, well, the doctors did it. And it's like, well, geez, and I didn't say nothing because, again, you know, she's drinking the fucking Kool-Aid too. But it's like, look, he keeps going out and doing this.
Not enough spirit.
You know, and oh, he can't put Deep Woods off on, the fucking deer will smell it, you know. Well, okay, maybe you don't get a deer. Still better than being a dumb fucking dying. I mean, you know, at a certain point, you just can't feel sorry for somebody that's, you know, and what's funny is when I got my DWI, we were talking about it, and I told him, I go, well, there's all these people I ran into. They're like, oh, the you know, like, all you got to do is for like a year, give up drinking. Because, you know, you're on probation. Well, if you get caught drinking, you know, if you get caught drinking, they can take away your probation and they can put you in jail for the full fucking term. And you had these people, oh, judge can't tell me what to do, blah blah blah. And I made the comment, I go, you know, this is just so fucking stupid. And he goes, well, yeah, you know, some people, they're just gonna keep doing it. You know, well, look in a fucking mirror, because that's what's going on here. You know, some people are just going to keep going out and getting Lyme disease, and then they're going to be shocked when nobody feels sorry for them. You know, hunting is just not that important. And if it is that important, well, then you've made that decision. You know, you have made that decision. You can't spend... Like, I had a friend, he's dead now. He's a pretty good friend. I met him in 10th grade. Well, he was paralyzed from the waist down. He was born with spina bifida. Well, he got into martial arts in high school. And at a certain point, as he got older, and I don't know if I'm going to blame it on the martial arts or if I'm going to blame it on just he was getting older. But, because he walked around with these crutches, and his arms were just strong as shit. And he, like, we would do stuff, like we do Hubud and we do other stuff. Well, he'd basically have to, we'd either do it sitting down or we'd do it standing up. And then as he was doing the Hubud, he had to actually hang on to you to keep himself upright. So it was like a little bit of a different Hubud that we were doing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know the Filipino martial arts. Hubud Lubud, and that's like the short version. And it I think, if I remember right, it means to tie and untie harmoniously with your opponent, if I'm not mistaken. And but you know, we would do that. Well, at a certain point, he was having shoulder problems.
I don't have enough spirit.
And he was having shoulder problems, and the pins in his back were getting fucked up. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna, and it was exactly like my brother-in-law. He's like, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this. And it's like, you know, we're all telling him, look, dude, you know, you really should just, you know, give up the martial arts or tone it back. Oh, no. And we're all like, dude, it's not worth having your back fucked up. It's not worth having your shoulders fucked up. Well, after a while, he couldn't, I don't know if he gave it up or if he gave it up too late. But after a while, like when I would come home, and I kind of met with him whenever I could, which was rare when I was working in Indiana. And, but when I met with him, he was in a wheelchair then. He was no longer able to get around, and I think it was a motorized one. So he really upgraded to something good. But you know, it was like, it was our mutual friends. Some of our instructors, they're like, well, you know, I'm sorry, but this isn't worth having your back get fucked up. This just isn't worth that shit. And it's the same thing, you know, hey, hunting is great. You know, it's a nice hobby. But, you know, it's not your living. You know, maybe you get a second job and you can afford your groceries. I don't know, maybe your wife goes back to work and you can afford your groceries. But this idea of constantly going out and every couple of years getting Lyme disease, because my understanding is with Lyme disease, and I'm not an expert on this, so Don't trust me on this. And if you do, at least go and verify it. But my understanding is every time you get it, it's a little worse. And it's like, you know, at a certain point, you know, hey, if you're going to do that, then that's fine. But you lose the right to have anybody feel sorry for your fucking ass. It's, you know. And really, down the road, if he ends up, and now he's not trying to get on disability, you know, but if he keeps doing it, he might end up on it. Well, I would put it in there with what my brother's doing, you know, where he got hooked on pain meds and just fucking ate himself and, you know, ate until he got big and fat and couldn't function and had, you know, now he needs dialysis. Well, yeah, he needs the help on some level, I would say. But, you know, you kind of made an appointment for this. It's not like, you know, somebody drugged you or poisoned you. But again, if you need the help, you need the help. Fair enough. Because he worked his ass off, unlike my brother. He worked his ass off for a number of years. So if he gets to where he needs the help, he needs the help. Well, let's be honest. At some point, after you got Lyme disease 2 or 3 times, you should have had enough fucking common sense to quit fucking hunting. Like I said, I don't think he's ever got any fishing, so you could go out and fish, you know. You could do that. But, oh my God. I'm gonna check the time when I get done with this, and I might just come back and go right into Minecraft. I don't know, but this one here I'm only playing on stream, so I'm either gonna do it on a stream or I'll just do it. Jesus Christ! I go in there to kill these guys, and these guys will not come to me. And I get in there and I can't fucking attack them because it's fucking registering on that that one thing.
I need to go back.
She's sitting there with her back to me. She guilt trips me, but she's being polite about it. I'll give her that. What do we got here? Okay, it's 1:15. I'm gonna go ahead and feed her. I think I'm just gonna end the stream and I'll come back and do Minecraft. Peace out. Well, if I can, if I'm still feeling like I do now, I'll come back and do Minecraft. Peace out, and I hope everybody has a pretty good day.